Hello. So we're going live for the second time, and we'll do hip opener class. Yesterday, I got lots of good feedback. Still working on the technical stuff, so just bear with me. We will do our class for 75 minutes. The beauty of these live classes is that they are DVR-like. You can pause, go to the restroom, get your coffee, whatever you need to do, and then keep going. Or you can rewind and do some extra abs and extra push-ups. Also, you can do this class multiple times throughout the day. If you cannot catch me live, you can also do it tonight. But I want to keep my community accountable. So if you could drop a comment below that you did the entire class, that way I can keep tabs on you and I know that you actually did the class. So especially that goes to people that are doing 30-day challenge. So no slacking for you guys. All right, find yourself in a comfortable seat, however may look to you. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit on your shins. Today's a hip opener class, so try to keep the nice, sweet Sukhasana pose. Cross-legged. And close your eyes. Again, trying to make a nice bubble on your yoga mat. So right now, it's just you, your yoga mat, and my annoying voice. So keep breathing into the body. Full deep belly breaths. Breathing into the lungs, breathing into the belly, all the way to the bottom of the belly, into the pelvic floor. Feel your belly and the chest rising and falling. It's a soothing breath. And anytime throughout the day, then the world seems a little bit overwhelming, you can just bring your hands onto the belly or into the heart and start breathing into the body, feeling the warmth of your body, feeling your center, so that your mind is not running the muck and you're grounded and feeling yourself in this present moment. That will help you a lot. Because right now, if you start thinking about the future, the mind will get a little bit out of proportions, blow up the situation. So just stay in the moment. Ask yourself, are you okay right now? Do you have your toilet paper stocked up? Do you have your groceries stocked up? You're all good. You're good. So, be in the moment. When you're ready, blink your eyes open, roll over the knees, find yourself into all fours, tabletop position. Moving through cat-cow at your own pace. On the inhales, release the belly down, lift the sit bones up, pull the chest forward. Maybe look towards the horizon, maybe look up. On the exhales, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, press the mat away from you. Keep moving at your own pace. Just feeling around the body. Maybe this is the first exercise that you've done today. I'll turn myself to the side. You can see the side view. And keep moving, connecting to the breath, feeling around. We can turn on your favorite music. It can be hip hop. It can be spa music, whatever you need for this class. Maybe you have some kind of conference call after this and you need to pump yourself up. Maybe you need to calm yourself down. Maybe doing some side body stretches, winding your tail side to side. And then you're ready. Lift the right knee towards the right side of your mat, making big circles. Keep the core engaged. Try not to lean to the left side, keeping the spine in the middle of your mat. So again, I'm coming back so you can see me from the front, making big circles and then going opposite direction. Isolating the right side of obliques and the right glute to lift the knee up as high as you can. And then lift the knee to the right side like a fire hydrant pose, like a little frog. Straighten the leg towards the right side of the room. Flex the toes. Bend the knee. Straighten it. Bend it. Straighten it. Bend it. Straighten it. Hold it. Maybe circle the toes one direction. And going opposite direction. Good burn. Release the foot down into the ground. So the foot comes down into the floor flat. Inhale, come up. The torso stacks over the left knee. Bring the right hand onto your right thigh. Reach the left hand up first and then to the right side of the room. In this case, yes, in your right side of the room. Lifting through the left armpit towards the sky. Leaning, lengthening both sides of your body equally, not just crunching the right side. Inhale into the T. And exhale, release the left hand on the floor or use the block or something approximate to the size of the block. Reaching the right hand up and over, feeling the right side body stretch, lifting through the right side of your body towards the sky. Reaching right fingertips towards the top of your mat or to the left side of your mat and then towards the floor. Full deep breaths. Reach the tail towards your right heel. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release the hands down, coming back through tabletop. Lift the right knee up, and lower the foot towards the floor. Don't touch the ground. Lifting back up, lower, and lift, lower, and lift. Bend the knee, release the knee down into the ground. Oh, that feels good every time. Couple of cat-cows. So on the exhale, round the spine, maybe sit down into your heels. On the inhale, come up, release the belly down, pull the chest forward. Couple more just to reset the spine. Move around your body. Maybe you need to move your hips just to get a little bit of the IT band stretch here. And when you're ready, come back into tabletop position. Lift the left knee up to the left side of the room. Squeeze the right hip in so that hip is now fatigued and it kind of wants to get loose and away. Keep the spine in the middle of the mat without leaning too much into the right side of the mat. Make big circles with your left knee one direction. Trying to isolate the left glute and the left side obliques. So again, not leaning too much to the right side. Trying to keep the spine in the middle of the mat so you're not overcompensating for the weight of your leg with your body. Going opposite direction. This side is a little bit harder, huh? Because, well, the right glute is on fire already. Have discipline. Keep going. And when you're ready, lift the knee up. So it's a nice frog. The thigh, the quad is parallel to the top of your mat. Then straighten the leg, flex the foot, bend it, straighten, bend it, straighten, and release the foot down into the ground. Come up. All right, bring the left hand onto your left thigh, not close to the knee, so in the middle or even closer to the hip crease. Reach your right hand up. Lengthen through the right side of your body, root through your right shin, then reaching towards the left side of the mat. Lifting through the left side of your waist as well. Lifting up, feeling the stretch. Oh, I skipped something on one side. We'll have to catch it. Inhale into the T. And exhale, release the right hand on the block or the floor. Press through the blade edge of your left foot into the floor. And reach the left fingertips to the right side of your mat. Feeling the side body stretch. Growing taller through the left hip and the left side of your waist. Reaching the fingertips first, a little bit more to the right side and then towards the ground. While squeezing in your thighs quite slightly, squeeze your right glute. I know all the squeezing. Inhale, come back into the T. And exhale, tabletop position. All right, so whatever I skipped, I will catch it right now. So lift the left foot up. Again, keep the spine in the middle and make circles with your foot. And then lower the foot towards the ground. Don't touch the floor. Lift up, lower, lift, lower, and lift. Bend the knee, release the knee down into the ground. Again, moving through a couple of cat-cows just to feel the body around a little bit, resetting the spine, maybe making big circles, maybe small circles. You can crawl forward, keeping the chest low, and then coming into the cow pose. Maybe even cobra pose. It's really up to you what you choose to do. And then stepping into downward facing dog. So walk the hands forward, a couple of inches, tuck the toes, lift the sit bones up, and walk out your downward facing dog. Bend one knee, then the other, feeling the stretch in the backs of your legs. Maybe you feel a little bit from yesterday's class already in your legs. The heart is reaching towards the knees. Squeeze the elbow a little bit from yesterday's class already in your legs. The heart is reaching towards the knees. Squeeze the elbows slightly, pinching towards the thumb. So the knuckle of your index finger is lifting up, so you're starting to train for the handstands and crow poses. And you're ready to walk your feet forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Couple more. Inhale, flat back. Brace the fingers somewhere under your knees. On the floor, if you have really tight hamstrings, bend the knees, fingertips above the knees. Pinch the shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Slide the knees, reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, moving through classical sun salutations. Inhale, reach up, flat back. Exhale, hands come down, step the left foot back, knee comes down, untuck the toes. Inhale, low lunge, sink the hips down and forward. Squeeze the right heel to the back of your mat, lift the chest up. Exhale, hands come down, step back into the plank. Knees come down, chest, chin come down, slide through, untuck the toes. Inhale into cobra. Ooh, this cobra feels nice. Exhale, lower down. Couple more. Inhale, lift the heart, pull the chest forward. Draw the shoulders down your back. Squeeze the glutes, press the tops of your feet into the floor. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lift the heart, pull the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, release the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, low lunge. Sink the hips down and forward, but don't just not have any engagement. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Tuck in the bottom of the rib cage. Lift the heart up. Exhale, hands come down. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back. Knee comes down. Untuck the toes. Hands come up. Low lunge. Sink the hips. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Scissoring our thighs. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into the plank. Knees come down. Chest, chin come down. Slide through. Untuck the toes. Inhale into cobra. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Couple more. Inhale into cobra. Lift the heart. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lift the heart. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Press the mat away from you and step it through. Release the back knee down. Untuck the toes. Squeeze the feet toward each other. Inhale, low lunge. Shoulders away from the ears. Spin the pinkies in. Lift the heart up. Exhale, hands come down. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot back. Keep the back knee off the ground. Runner's lunge. Front knee over the front ankle. Pull the chest forward. If it's too much for your hips, you can have your hands on the blocks or something similar. It doesn't have to be the blocks. Pulling the chest forward. And on the exhale, step back into the plank. Knees come down, chest, chin come down, slide through. Inhale into cobra, pull the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. And step it through. Runner's lunge. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Press through the ball of your back foot. Pull the chest forward. Feel. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back. Runner's lunge. Pull the chest forward. Straighten the back leg. Squeeze the feet towards each other so your hips square off towards the front of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, step back into the plank. Knees come down. Chest, chin come down. Slide through. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Runner's lunge. Press through the ball of your back foot. Squeeze the right hip in. Pull the chest forward so the hips sink a little bit lower. Keep lifting the left kneecap towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Go to the floor and then tuck in the bottom of the ribcage. If it's pulling too much on your lower back, you can bend the back knee a little bit, but try to straighten the spine here or to lengthen the low back. That's the better word for it. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, step back into the plank. Maybe start going to regular vinyasa, lower down halfway, only elbow height. Inhale into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Inhale, high lunge. Again, press through the ball of your back foot. Activate through the right quad. Reach actively the tail towards the floor. That engages the low core. Tuck in the bottom of your ribcage, because otherwise it's very easy to come into the back bend here. But try to have some discipline. Start squeezing the feet towards each other. Drawing the right hip forward, left hip back. Squeeze the right hip towards your right. Left hip towards your right hip. Yes. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Foot back. Inhale, high lunge. Reach the hands up, straighten the back leg. Again, all the cues. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into the plank. Go through vinyasa, lower down halfway. Your knees come down, chest, chin come down. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Shoulders away from the ear. Straighten the back leg. Exhale, hands come down. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. If it's too much for your upper body, you need to rest. Or for your wrists, you can come here on your forearms. And if it's just a little bit too much, you can always release the right knee onto the ground. Bend the knee a little bit more, feeling a little bit deeper stretch in the left hip flexors and the back of your right leg. And then straighten the leg, release the foot down into the floor. Let's do the other side. Inhale, the right foot up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Lift the right knee a little bit higher and squeeze the heel towards your glute. Lower down the right shoulder towards the floor. Actively reach the left heel to the ground. And straighten the leg. Release the leg down into the floor. Come into the tippy toes, bend the knees. Stepward jump through, find yourself onto the sit bones. Yes, that's why I was looking at my phone, so I know it's time for abs. All right. Find yourself onto your backs. No time for drinking water. Sorry. We have to get this over there to warm up the body a little bit more. All right, bring the knees over the hips, shins parallel to the ground, interlace the fingers behind your head. Inhale, lift the shoulder blades off the floor. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Very small movement, just to press the low back a little bit more into the ground. Exhale towards the left side, reach out through the right leg. Right leg is 3 feet off the earth, diagonal in the space, in the room. Left foot to keep the low back flat on the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, shoulder blades off the ground. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out through the left leg. Pull the belly button towards the ground. Squeeze the inner thighs, space between chin and chest. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out through the right leg. Yes, Joy, keep curling the tailbone up. She's already dreaming my voice. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out to the left leg. Pull the belly button towards the floor. Right leg. I have Jenny who's doing these abs for 40 minutes. She will be a beast after the quarantine. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out through the left leg. No skipping abs. Keep squeezing the knees towards each other. Pull the belly button towards the floor. Inhale, come back to center, shins parallel to the ground, shoulder blades off the floor. Exhale towards the left thigh, reach out through the right leg. Keep pulling the belly button towards the floor, squeeze the inner thighs, curl the tailbone second time. Inhale, come back to center, hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out through the left leg. Pull belly button towards the ground, squeeze the inner thighs. Curl the tailbone second time, smile. Exhale towards the left thigh, reach out through the right leg. Space between chin and chest. Reach out through the ball of your right foot. Squeeze the inner thighs, keep the left knee right over the hip. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale towards the right thigh, reach out through the left leg. Pull the belly button towards the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze belly button. Squeeze the inner thighs. Keep the knee over the hip. Shin parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees to chest, sway side to side. All right, keep your knees in your chest. If you want more, bring the arms over your head and grab onto opposite elbows. Or you can have your hands along beside your hips, palms facing down. And Rachna, you can totally do these abs. Just keep pulling the belly button towards the floor. All right, so lift the hips up, just your tail, and then pull belly button towards the ground. Lower the hips slowly to the floor. Make your legs dead weight, so it's a little bit more weight for your low core. All right, inhale, lift the hips up, pull belly button towards the ground, and lower the hips down to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips up, pull belly button towards the floor, and then lower the hips, slow motion towards the ground, to pulling belly button through the ground. Couple more. Inhale, lift the hips up. Pull belly button towards the floor and lowering down the hips slowly to the floor. One to the floor, squeeze, 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 and release. Bring the knees to chest, sway side to side. Low core is a little bit hard, but we need to practice it because that's what connects the upper body with your lower body. When you're ready, bring the hands behind your knees, tuck the chin towards your chest, and start rocking and rolling back and forth. If that doesn't feel good, just sway side to side. And then you're ready, rock and roll vinyasa. So cross the ankles, plant the palms, step or jump back and go through vinyasa. Stretch out the abs in your back bend, whether it's Sphinx, upward facing dog, or cobra. This feels good. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll stretch out the abs a little bit more. So everyone come into the plank pose and lower down all the way down into the floor. Coming into Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulder, shoulder width apart, pull the chest forward. Now keep your left leg planted. It's not going anywhere. And so bringing the right knee to the right side of your mat, flex the foot. So you're drawing from the right glute to the right inner thigh towards the floor. So it's a frog pose and Sphinx at the same time. Keep pulling the chest forward between your arms, squeezing the right glute, trying to bring the right inner thigh to the floor. And the right knee should be the same height as your hip, and the left foot not splitting out. So keep squeezing the foot towards the middle of your mat. And then bring the foot back to the center of the knee. And then bring the left knee to the left side of your mat. Flex the foot. Reach the heel towards the back of your mat. Press the right foot into the floor. Squeeze the left glute, trying to bring the left inner thigh to the floor. And then pulling the chest forward. Shoulders away from the ears. There is a name for this pose. It's like some royal general frog pose or something. Who knows? Can't keep up. And then bring the leg back to the center. Lower yourself down into the belly. Maybe tuck the toes. Bring the hands under the shoulders and press into downward facing dog. All right, bring your feet about hip width apart, maybe wider, maybe almost mat width apart. Come onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees low. Hover the knees just above the mat and try to sit between your heels. Keeping the chest low to the floor. And then lift the hips up, heels towards the ground. A couple more like that. Come onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees low. Try to sit between your heels. Keeping the butt and your chest and your nose close to the floor. Straighten the legs, heels toward the floor. One more, come onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees low, hover the knees just above the ground. Keep the chest low, straight spine. And then straighten the legs, heels to the ground. Come onto the tippy toes. We'll do a couple of frog hops, so we don't lose the handstand practice while we are in quarantine. Come into the tippy toes, get jumpy. If it's a little bit too much, walk your feet closer. And if you have a wall, there is no worries. And start hopping up and down, up and down. Land softly, keep your knees bendy and springy. Don't break the toes here. Press the mat away from you so you have really strong straight arms. Keep jumping, and your hands are your brakes. Keep pressing the mat away from you. And then you're ready, maybe jump outside your pinkies. Keep the hips low, wide-legged squatted chair. Sit down, lift the chest up. Drive the heels to the sides of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe bring the toes to look a little bit closer towards one another. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold, shifting the weight to the toes. If it's too much for your hamstrings, the hands could be on the block, straight spine. And then you're ready, heel toe the feet towards each other. Come into the tippy toes, bend the knees, maybe jump back into chaturanga. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Spin the back heel 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. So this is not regular warrior one. Spin the left foot. So the toes are looking right to the left side of your mat, left top corner. Rolling the right hip to, might feel that it's much easier to square off the hips towards the top of the mat. Straightening the back leg, reach the tail to the ground. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck the back toes. Maybe wiggle the back foot a little bit closer towards the floor. Lizard pose, pull the chest forward. Keep straightening the back leg. Maybe release the back knee down onto the floor if you wish. The right hand to the right side of your mat, left hand onto the left inner thigh, pressing the thigh from you. The toes look the same direction as your knee. No need to come onto the blade edge of your foot. Just maybe lifting the arch of the foot slightly. I'll get a little bit more stretch in the right IT band. So I'm moving side to side here because it gets a little bit deeper into the hips. And it's not a hot yoga, so you can fidget a little bit more and it's all good. And then maybe tuck the back toes, bring the right hand right under the right shoulder. You can walk the left foot a little bit closer to the middle of your mat, but on the left side of your mat. And then spin the right heel to the right side of your mat, trying to lower the right hip towards the floor, maybe reaching left fingertips toward the top of your mat. Lower the hip to the floor, and maybe look towards your right foot. Then press into your feet, lift the hips up, reach the left hand over your head and then towards the floor. Lower the right hip towards the ground. Look to the left side, to the right foot, to the back of your mat. Then lift the hips up. Reach the left hand to the top of your mat and then to the floor. And then spin the right foot back towards the sky. Heel to the left foot to the middle of your mat and step back into the plank. Go to your vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just walk out your downward dog and feel how different the body feels. One IT band and the side body is a little bit more stretchy. And then inner thigh on the left side is a little bit different too. Let's make it matching. Inhale, the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Spin the back heel 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. All right. You might need to have a little bit more space between the heels, and then point the right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Front knee stacks right over the ankle. So you should be able to see your right big toe here. Bring the left hip forward, right hip back. Straighten the back leg. Reach the tail to the floor, tuck in the bottom of your rib cage, and reach the hands up towards the sky. Keep pressing through both heels the same amount. Reaching the tail to the ground. Squeeze the right hip in. Full deep breaths. Drawing the shoulders away from the back of your mat. Lizard pose. Pull the chest forward. Squeeze the right hip in so you're protecting the right inner thigh. Maybe releasing the back knee onto the floor, or left hand to the left side of your mat. You can heel to the right foot a little bit more to the right side of your mat. Right hand onto the right inner thigh, opening up the hip. Again, maybe you move a little bit side to side. Feeling. Maybe working out some knots in the body, seeing where is constriction. So a little bit of a twist here feels nice. Trying to open the right shoulder towards the sky. You can just hold the static pose. You don't have to be moving at all. The right toes look the same direction as your right knee, and you're not pressing onto the knee, pressing a little bit more above the knee on the inner thigh. Also rotating the flesh externally gives you a little bit deeper stretch, but keep squeezing the right glute. Hip openers are the best, aren't they? And then you're ready. Bring the left hand right under the left shoulder. Left foot a little bit towards the middle of your mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the floor. If you need a little bit more space, walk the right foot a little bit more towards the middle of the mat. And then come onto the blade edge of your left foot. So the left heel to the left side of your mat. Lowering down the left hip towards the floor. Reaching the right fingertips towards your left toes, feeling the side body stretch. Press into the feet, lift the hip, reach the right fingertips up and over, feeling the stretch in the right side of your body. And then again, lower the hips down, reach the right hand towards the back of your mat. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, get the side body stretch. And release, suck the back toes. Release the hands down, start heel toeing the right foot to the middle of your mat. Step back into the plank. Go through vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, spin the back heel 90 degrees, warrior two. Front heel intersects the back arch. Front knee right over the front ankle, shoulders over the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle pose, front form on the front thigh. Towards your right heel. The top of your head reaching towards the top of your mat. Long spine, try to tuck in the bottom of your rib cage. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, shift the hips back, reach forward. If it's too much for your hips, step your feet a little bit closer. Reach, reach, reach. And then release the right hand or left hand wherever it lands. Reaching right fingertips towards the sky. I'm so used to mirroring in the class that I am mixing right and left, because now I'm supposed to see exactly what I'm doing and not mirror. Keep squeezing the left glute under you. So I have to retrain myself from being a different teacher. Try to tuck in the bottom of the rib cage, reaching the tail towards the back of your mat. Feeling the stretch in the hips and in the left hamstring. When you're ready, bend the front knee. You might want to shorten your stance. Stepping into half moon pose. Reach the left hand forward, lift the right toes off the ground, and then reaching the right fingertips towards the sky. The left hand could be on the ground on the block or your water bottle. Finding some air. Keep the hips open so your both hips are open to the right side of the room. When you're ready, bend the left knee a lot. So the left side of your body is laying down into your quad. Lowering down the right foot and the hips down and stepping gracefully into warrior two. Windmill the hands down, step back into the plank, go through a vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale the right foot up to the, so you should be able to see your right big toe. The back toe slightly looking to the top of your mat. And try not to spill the pelvis towards the right knee. Try to keep your pelvis neutral here. The tail reaching to the floor. Tuck in the bottom of the rib cage and shoulders stack over the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, front form on the front thigh. Cut through the air with the top arm. Squeeze the right glute under you. And then squeeze the heels towards one another. Lots more engagement. Lengthening to the right side of your body. Maybe getting a little bit lighter onto your right form, but not necessary. You can just enjoy the hip stretch. And when you're ready, inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, shift the hips back, start reaching forward, lengthening the right side of your body. Maybe bring the feet a little bit closer. Then you're ready, release the right hand on the shin or on the block, reaching left fingertips towards the sky. So there's this tendency to stick out the butt in order to reach for the floor. Try not to do that. This is what not to do. The torso stacks right over your front leg. Try to lengthen both sides of your body so you're not crunching the right side and lengthening the left. The tail is reaching towards the back of your mat and the top of your head towards the top of your head. Yourself into half moon pose. Look forward, reach forward your right fingertips and lift the left toes off the floor, reaching left fingertips towards the sky. So I'm jamming myself here in the wall and it's distracting. And so I'm losing my balance. That's not out of the pose. So Chanel, stay in the pose. And then you're ready, bend the right knee a lot. Lowering down the right side of your body onto the quad. Lower the left foot a little bit closer to the ground. And then lift yourself up with your warrior two. Windmill the hands down. Step back into the plank. Go to your vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale into the back bend, pull the chest forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come onto the tippy toes. Step your feet about mat width apart, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Come onto the tippy toes. Well, you were already on your tippy toes, duh. All right, bend the knees slightly. Press the mat away from you. Couple of frog hops. Land quietly. Keep the arms absolutely straight. So if you have a wall at the top of your mat, maybe you get a little bit daring and trying to catch some air time. Because if you fall out, the wall will be there to catch you. Or I'm just going to make a fool out of myself. But if you make a fool out of yourself, nobody can see it. And then you're ready, gracefully maybe float outside your pinky. If it doesn't feel great, you can sit on the block. Maybe that feels better. If the squat feels pretty good, the knees can be in your inner thighs, the elbows into the inner thighs. Also, if it's too easy, try to just squeeze the glutes and bring the knees away from each other using your inner thigh and the glute strength. And it's freaking intense. My knees are shaking. Woo. But what can you do? Active flexibility, right? Have a cushion, can be pillows from your bed, whatever you have. If you want to work on your crow, wrists are shoulder width apart. Lift the hips up. Bend the knees, squeeze the elbows in. Knees come onto the triceps. Look forward, lean forward. Oh, and sniff your cushion. It smells perfect. It's lavender smell. Aw. And maybe you will fall on it, and maybe you won't. Who knows? And if you don't have lavender cushion, then you're missing out in life, apparently. So spritz some essential different oils to calm yourself down, to catch some air. And if you catch some air, maybe you're holding the crow for a couple of breaths. Why? Because you can, that's why. And release. All right. So then we have that out of the way. Let's try to work on the flying lizard. So come back into downward facing dog. I'll do the right side first because it will be easier to show on camera and I don't have to be moving around. Inhale the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right foot outside the right pinky finger. You can release the back knee onto the floor, but preferably that you don't. Pull the chest forward, feeling the stretch in the hips first. You can totally stay here. You don't have to join me in any of my shenanigans. It's your own practice. The beauty of online classes, you can pause them, rewind them, try again, even anytime during today's class. During today, you can be just doing your own thing. I'm like, oh, let me try again. Maybe you got your mind-body connection. All right, so we'll just do a little bit of a check. Bringing the right tricep under the knee. If you can, bringing the shoulder under the right knee. Whether it's a tricep or the shoulder that went under the knee, press the tricep or the shoulder into the right calf and maybe reach the hands off the floor. Squeeze the right hip in, just seeing if we can fly. And by the way, this pose can be done by everyone, every single person. I can promise you that. You just have to trust yourself a little bit. Maybe the back knee is on the floor. All right, so we got this. The flying lizard pose is a little bit easier with the blocks, but the blocks create a danger of splaying the blocks and then falling a little bit crookedly on the floor. So I'll show you first about the blocks. Bringing the right hand outside the right heel, and then lifting the hips a little bit higher, pointing the right toes towards the back of your mat. So you're wrapping your right leg around the right tricep, leaning forward enough to lift the left foot off the ground. So this can be your flying lizard. So try it, play around. It's actually one of the easiest arm balances that you can point towards the back of your mat. So that's why coming onto the blocks helps a lot, because then you can lean a little bit more to the floor and lifting the foot off the ground. All right, so some of you right now rolling your eyes. Let's switch to the other side. Yes, and I know exactly who you are, who is rolling your eyes. So I gave you options. Step your left foot forward. Maybe just enjoying the lizard pose. You can be here on your forearms. Just enjoy the pose. And maybe hang out, feeling the hip stretch, squeezing the left glute in, hugging the hips towards one another. And again, let's do the check. If we can fly, you can keep your back knee on the floor. Just moving the left shoulder and the right tricep, or the right tricep under the left knee. Oh, it's happening again. I'm switching right and left. All right, press the left shoulder into your right calf and lift the fingertips off the floor. This pose can be done by every single person, because look at that. You can do this, you can do this, and you can bring the arm underneath. You don't even have to press into the calf. And then release. And just a little bit bigger hip opener, that's all. It's an active flexibility from the front, so maybe that helps. Bringing the left hand to the block or the Vata block underneath the left knee. And then come into your left toes. See, I'm lifting myself up. Point the left toes to the back of your mat. You start laying down on your left tricep, lifting the right toes to the sky. So the key is to wrap the left leg around the left tricep. So you can lean forward enough and you kind of lay down yourself on the left tricep. So you can pause this video, try play a little bit more, but we're done. So go to your last vinyasa, maybe do some extra push-ups so the arms will get stronger and stronger for the arm balances. Or maybe you're fatigued enough that you're like, oh, I don't want to do any of this anymore. Downward facing dog. Release the knees down into the floor. We're going to come into very relaxing pose, and that would be frog pose. I don't usually teach lots of frog poses in my class because we don't have enough blankets or something else is going on. So my most delicious frog pose is with a bolster. I have bolster somewhere, but I didn't get ready well enough. So you can have your blanket or you can have a rolled up yoga mat to support the knees. Frog pose, the knees are the same line as your hips. Flex your feet, the shins are in forest yoga. I think we call this frog on a lily pad. And you just find your surrender and hang out here. Squeeze the glutes and trying to bring the knees further and further away. Keep squeezing the glutes, but still letting go of your inner thighs. Letting go of your upper body tension. Full, deep, mindful breaths. Keep squeezing the glutes. Flex your feet. Maybe walk the knees 1 millimeter further away. Let go of clenching of the jaw. Come back to your long breaths. And when you're ready, cushion from under you, lower down onto the belly, bring the knees together, maybe windshield wiper your feet, ooh, and then press yourself back up. Coming into the seat, you can stay on your blanket. If you have tight hips, you might need a block here. Cross the right knee over the left, bringing the heels as far apart as you can, and then sitting down between the heels. Flex your feet. For the boys, you might need to move your package around. All right, so if it's too much for your knees, sit down onto the block. If it's still too much, sit down on 2 blocks or something equivalent. You can sit down on the cushion. All right, we'll be moving around a little bit in this pose to feel a little bit deeper stretch in the hips. So right now we're integrating the inner thigh, but we're still stretching out the outer thigh. All right, bring the left hand outside your left hip. Reach your right hand up and over. Trying to ground the right sit bone onto the floor. Reaching the right shoulder towards the sky to feel deeper stretch, but also lengthening through the left side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Release the right hand outside right hip, left hand up and over. Feeling the stretch in the left side of the body. Breathing into the belly, into the left hip, left side of the waist. Inhale, come back to center. Can totally stay here if your knees are already at their limit. If you have more, start coming into the forward fold. Try not to lose the connection between the floor and your sit bones. So the belly and the chest might be laying down onto the knees. And maybe the forehead comes down onto the block. And just let go. Maybe it's time to lower the block and see how that feels. And when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Now we'll do the other side. So you're coming to all fours and switch the legs, or lift the hips up, walk around your mat. Do not move your legs. And voila. Left knee on top of the right. If you cannot get the knees on top of each other, coming into the forward fold and getting your knees stacked. More you bring the heels to the sides of the mat, the more you feel the stretch in the hips. Flex the feet to protect the knees. And let's do again the side body stretch. So you can sit on the block, or yesterday I was deeper. Well, today's a different day. Maybe you watched Netflix too long. So maybe ate too many cookies. All right, bring the right hand outside right hip. Reach the left hand up and over, feeling the stretch in the left side of the body. I know, Natalie been cooking nonstop. She's homeschooling, and then somehow at the end of the day, she forgot to eat. But been cooking all day. Are you kidding me? People, take care of yourselves. You're closed at home for a long haul. You have to eat. You have to exercise. You have to hydrate. And come back to center. Let's do the other side. Left hand outside left hip. Right. Reach your right hand up and over. Keep the right sit ball on the floor. Reach the right fingertips to the left side. Lengthen the left side of your body. Feel the stretch in the right side of the body. Inhale, come back to center, and you can totally stay here. Maybe wiggle the heels slightly further apart and be content here. Maybe coming into the forward fold, or try to, maybe you stop right here. Maybe you want a little bit more, so you're coming closer towards your knee. And again, maybe the forehead comes down onto the block so you don't have to hold your head. And that helps a little bit to release more tension from your upper body, from your neck, and surrender. Keep both sit bones on the floor. So if your forearms or your palms on the ground, press into the floor, push the hips into the ground. We'll give you a deeper stretch and keep you a little bit more disciplined here. Maybe lower the block a little bit closer towards the ground. Keep breathing. Dog might be too much. She wants to run. We all need to exercise. And then we're cooped up in the house. Feels good in the hips. Walk yourself back up. Straighten the legs in front of you and shake them out. And roll yourself onto the back. So I'm just going to look at the phone, what time it is. Then bring the knees to the chest. Sway side to side. Come into quick spinal twist. Release the knees to the right side of your body. Hands into the T or field goals. You can be looking away from your knees. Breathing into the left side of the body. If you need to integrate your hips a little bit more, maybe cross the left leg over the right, bringing the left knee closer to the ground. That will give you a deeper stretch, but also keep continuing integrating the inner thighs. And inhale, bring the knees back to the chest. Give your knees a hug, sway side to side. Then release the knees to the left side. Hands into the T or field goals. If you did on the other side, maybe cross your legs here. Breathe mindfully into the belly and into the right side of the body, into right IT band. Maybe you feel the stretch in the right shoulder. You can be looking to the right side of your mat. Full deep mindful breaths into the belly. When you're ready, bring the knees back to the chest. Give your knees a hug, sway side to side. Either coming straight into Savasana or into the happy baby if you need to check out your hips, knees outside your rib cage, the soles of the feet towards the sky. I know I forget words sometimes, but that happens to the best of us. And English not being my first language, it's a different issue. I'm so happy I have this outlet to talk to somebody in English so that by the end of 3 weeks, I still remember the language. Who's a happy baby? And then bring the knees to the chest. Give your knees a hug. Bury your nose between your knees. Close the toes. Crunch up your face. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Final resting pose, Savasana. So you can cover yourself up with your blanket. If you need a little bit more grounding, maybe the blanket comes only onto the hips. You can have your knees bent, feet mat width apart, knees together. You can cover yourself up. If you choose to do seated meditation, do so. Trying to get a couple of moments of absolute quiet and silence and a time out for a physical body. Palms facing up. If you feel like the world is spinning out of control and you have no grip, it's really nice to have a blanket that's on the hips to keep you grounded. Also, maybe keeping the palms facing down, feeling the earth underneath you. And feeling your body being supported by the earth. Like it got your back. You're not alone here. There's somebody that's got your back. And just feel, sink into that earth's embrace. Feel yourself being enveloped. Lengthening your breath. Letting go of the controlling of the breath. If you feel like you can just meditate. If anxiety in the quiet moments are coming up, start controlling your breaths and making your exhales longer. Turning on the parasympathetic nervous system. Maybe one hand. So I'm giving you all these tools so we can use that in your life, in your daily life, especially when your mind is running away. So don't let your mind run amok. Ground yourself into the present moment. Because just like right now, you're laying on the ground, you're okay. You don't have to think what's going to happen in 3 weeks. Right now, you're in Savasana. You're okay. Maybe pausing this video and staying in your Savasana for a bit longer, or as long as you need to. If you need to start moving because you have to make a conference call, start wiggling the fingers, the toes, maybe circling out the wrists and the ankles. You can gently sway your head side to side, releasing the tension from the neck. And reach the arms over your head. Bring your big toes to touching, reaching out to opposite directions. Full as deep as breaths into the lungs, into the belly. Reach out, stretch out, spin as much air as you can. And exhale, bring the knees to the chest. Give your knees a hug. And then release the knees to the right side of your mat, using your right bicep as a pillow, coming into fetal pose. And then with the help of the left palm, press yourself up into seated, keeping your eyes closed for just a few more moments. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Tuck the chin. So much panic and uncertainty. It is so easy to be affected by other people's panic, and they just keep feeding that fear and scarcity and uncertainty, and nobody knows how this will play out or how it's gonna end. So I want to tell you, hydrate, eat, be calm, do yoga, center yourself. Find the calm in the midst of chaos inside you. And the quote goes like this. I don't know who wrote it, so sorry about that. When you find your center, you will not be drawn to someone else's peaceful shelter in the midst of the storm. And with that, the light in me sees, recognizes, and bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you got to finish this class with me on live, and if not, good that you finished this class whenever you finished it. So if you finished it a little bit later, it's all good. Drop me a comment that you actually did the class so I can keep tabs of who is doing the class. And I know that I am not doing and talking yoga here all for myself, by myself. So, well, let's keep this community going. I'll try to post a class every single day. And if I'm a fan, have a good Tuesday. Let's go eat tacos.